Hello viewers, so today we are going to talk about session 1 on installation of components in sprinkler irrigation system, which is for unit 2, that is on installation of sprinkler irrigation system for the job role of micro irrigation technician. Now let's see what is all there in this session. The various steps that you need to take for installation of a sprinkler irrigation system include understanding the design of sprinkler irrigation system, preparing a list of tools, equipment and materials which are required and purchasing the same from a reliable vendor, and finally installing the irrigation system as per the design and permission while making necessary checks for the system. All this require a thorough knowledge of the system and skills for using the various tools, equipment and material. Now let us see what are those basic tools and equipment that are required for the installation of a micro irrigation system. Tools and equipment: pipe wrench, spanner set or a sly wrench, drill machine with the drill bits of different sizes, drill guide, screwdriver, hacksaw blade with frame, measuring tape, straight or ejector punch, hand punch, S-hose punch, take-off tool, solvent cement, jute, Teflon tape, synthetic compound for GI threaded joints, pencil or marker, pressure gauge and pliers. The major fittings and accessories used in the installation of mains, sub-mains and sprinkler heads are as follows: water meter, pressure gauge, coupler, flange, lateral cock, elbow, T, reducing joiner, which could be ring takeoff or end cap. So all these materials are required for installation of a micro irrigation system. Now let's first talk about installation of head control unit. The installation of head control unit requires a cemented platform. The size of the platform depends on the various components to be installed, such as pump, bypass mechanism, non-return valve, hydrocyclone filter, fertigation unit, media filter, screen or disc filter and air release valve. Now let's see how we do installation of pipes. Now what are the preparations that you need to do for the installation of pipes? So the first thing is preparation of trenches. Trenches must be wide enough to allow easy handling of pipes. They must be deep enough to allow a 60 centimeter cover over pipes. The bottom of the trenches must be smooth and free of sharp objects such as stones. Otherwise the pipe will get damaged. The width of the trench must be 45 to 70 centimeter and the depth should be around 75 centimeter. The trenches must be dug in a straight line. Rigid polyvinyl chloride, that is PVC, and high density polyethylene, that is HDPE, pipes are normally used as main lines to minimize corrosion and clogging. Pipes of 63 millimeter diameter and above with a pressure of 4 to 10 kilogram per centimeter square are recommended for installation of the main lines. So light PVC, HDPE or linear low density polyethylene, that is LLDPE, pipes are used as sub-mains. So pipes having an outer diameter of 32 to 75 millimeter with a pressure of 2.5 to 4 kilogram per centimeter square are normally used as sub-mains. So both mains and sub-mains are provided with flush valves at the outlets to occasionally flush the pipes in order to remove sediments and clogging. A flow control valve, that is the ball valve, is filled in the beginning of each submain. The flush valve must not be fixed vertically but horizontally after fixing an elbow so that water does not spill over to the person carrying out the work while flushing. Flushing is a very important aspect which we will be discussing later on. The submains are connected with the main line using fittings like T, elbow, etc. as per the installation sketch. Solvent cement must be used to ensure perfect binding at the joints, otherwise there will be leakage of water. So be careful when you are using solvents for joining the pipes. The submains which run perpendicular to the laterals deliver water to the laterals. Laterals are tubes located between the shut-off valve and the sprinkler heads. The laterals are usually made of LLDPE, linear low density polyethylene, or HDPE, that is high density polyethylene pipes of 10 to 20 millimeter in diameter and with a wall thickness of 1 to 3 millimeter with a pressure rating of 2.5 kg per centimeter square. Lateral pipes are usually flexible, non-corrodable, resistive to radiation and to the effects of temperature or fluctuation. Laterals are usually black in color. The laterals supply water to a field through sprinklers. To install laterals, the following needs to be done. Now let's see what we need to do. To connect the laterals or the poly tubes to the submains, holes are drilled on the PVC submain pipes using a drilling machine. The holes are drilled at a distance equal to the row spacing of the crop. The size of the holes depend on the size of the laterals and the grommet takeoff, that is, in short we call it as GTO. Grommets are fixed in the holes and takeoffs are fixed on the grommets. The laterals are then connected to the takeoffs and the sprinkler risers connect the sprinkler heads to the lateral pipes or tubes. The sprinkler heads are installed on riser pipes. To avoid turbulence in riser pipes, the minimum height of the riser is 150 mm for 15 to 20 mm diameter and 300 mm for 25 mm diameter. In general, 900 mm long GI pipe of 25 mm diameter is used. The characteristics that needs to be considered for sprinkler selection are jet trajectory, operating pressure and sprinkler body design. Now you have to be very careful when you are selecting the sprinkler. The sprinkler operating conditions to be considered in sprinkler selection are soil infiltration characteristics, desired irrigation depth, desired or appropriate irrigation cycle, crop characteristics, wind conditions and plant spacing. In this session, you have learned about the functions of various components of sprinkler irrigation system, fittings and other accessories, and the steps for the installation of a sprinkler irrigation system. So viewers, keep learning and enjoy learning. Thank you.